Good morning. Good morning. Hey there. This is pretty handy. Just, having a chat while I'm driving. Why not? Why not? It's the repetition that counts. Now, it's 8:58 in the morning. I just finished my... Jeez. I was there for a while. 2 hours of gym session. What time did I wake up today? I woke up about 5:45 this morning. We're going on a family trip, actually. We're going on a family trip today. And the next 3 days, I'll be at a resort. I don't know what kind of gym facilities I have at the resort. It's about a 2-hour drive, not too far. But I did my quick research, and my gym, Fitness First, doesn't seem to have a branch in Hunter Valley. So I don't know what kind of gym facilities I have over at Hunter Valley. So yeah, I just smashed up 2 hours of hard work, a bit of sauna, a bit of stretching, a bit of meditations. What a banger of a way to start the day. Listen to a bit of podcasts, listen to some music, and geez, look at me. And I'm recording again. Wow. What a morning. What a morning. So this morning, I just wanted to talk about how I became a morning person. So these days I'm in bed by 9 o'clock, and by 10 o'clock I'll be bang sleeping. And I generally get up these days between 5:30 and 6. And I used to wake up at 3:45 actually, like 3 years ago. I did that for about 1 year, then my intestines started hurting when I got up at 3:45. So I kind of stopped doing that. So not as hardcore anymore, but yeah, I get up at 5:30 and I love it. I love this morning. I love mornings. It's a sacred time. I feel healed. I don't know. I feel like, it's a new day. It's fresh. It's quiet. No one's around. I feel like it's a really sacred time, and I really love it. So I consider myself a morning person now, but I wasn't always this way. And this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. In fact, I was always a night owl. I always considered myself a night owl. And my family that I grew up, we like our nights and late mornings. So what I remember was when I was at primary school, I used to get up at 8:30. We had to be at school at 9 a.m. School starts at 9 a.m. and we have 4 kids in our family, including myself. And we got up at 8:30, watched Smurfs while we were half asleep, kind of shoving toast in our mouth and just getting changed, and we'll rush out of the house at 8:55. I mean, 4 kids, it's an effort. Like rush, put your shoes on, rah, 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 rah. And we're usually like a few minutes late, 9:02. And that's kind of, throughout the day, we were always late. Yeah, my mum was always late. My mum was always late at picking us up at swimming practice, all that. So, yeah, we're a bit lazy with time, and we were night owls. And in my high school days, I would be going to sleep about 11 p.m. Yep. And I used to get up at 7:30 actually. And look, even these days, my parents, who are in their late 70s, I think my mum goes to sleep at like 1, 2 a.m. and gets up at like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. these days. And look, it's their life, so they can do whatever they want, no judgment allowed. But yeah, I definitely came from a night owl family, and I was a night owl. In my 30s, I used to go to sleep at 1 a.m., get up at like 9. In my mid-30s, I played a lot of League of Legends, I got hooked to League of Legends. So I used to play League of Legends until like 1, 2, sometimes 3 a.m. And I worked for a company who I had to be at the office at 11. So, you know, I'd play a game until 3 o'clock, maybe drunk sometimes, get up at 10 a.m. and, you know, walk to work, stumble at work to 11 a.m. And that's the kind of lifestyle I lived until I was 35. But things changed. Yes, they always change, don't they? I married a morning person. My wife is definitely a morning person. She's in bed by 9 o'clock every day. And yeah, she's up and ready. She's definitely a morning person. And I mean, being with her didn't change anything, but then I had a daughter. And geez, you can't, you know, for those parents out there, they know. They get you up in the morning. Babies get you up in the morning. So, you know, when they're toddlers, when they're little babies, newborn, you know, they'll get up at 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. multiple times, and you know, they don't care. They're hungry, so they have to eat. I heard their stomach size is like the size of a nail, I think, or maybe finger. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, they're so small they have to drink, so they get up multiple times in the morning. So you know, you're kind of forced to not sleep. Then my daughter became a toddler, and she started getting up at like 6 a.m. And you know, we have to get up at 6 a.m. And I really wanted to get my exercise in before she gets up. Well, in fact, it was probably before that, when she gets up at 6 a.m. So I'm kind of forced to get up at 6 a.m. You know, otherwise the missus will go cranky. Well, she's a morning person, so you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt for her to get up at 6 a.m. I'm a night person, so I'll get up a bit later. But yeah, because of my daughter, I was forced to become a morning person. But then that's when I guess my lifestyle changed. It was a conscious decision. But I don't know what happened actually, but I decided to get up early. I decided to go to sleep early. I think I was just watching, you know, those motivational speakers, or like some kind of motivation video. David Goggins, he gets up at 4 a.m. and runs or whatever. You know, I was consuming a lot of those kind of contents, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the same. So, like I said before, at the peak, my daughter would get up at 6, so I had to be at home by 6. So I got up at 3:45. I was at the gym by 4. I'll smash an hour and a half of exercise, have a shower, have a meditation. I'll be home by 6. That's kind of the lifestyle I started to live. And look, the reason why I'm telling you this, I wanted to tell you guys that don't label yourself. Yeah, that's what I want to get at. Because I labeled myself as a night owl. I labeled myself as a night person. I don't like mornings. I like nights. I could concentrate better at nights, and I did. Like when I was studying. When I was studying the hardest, I did concentrate. I was studying until 1, 2 a.m. and I felt like I was productive. But that's when I was like 15, 16, 17. You can study until 2 a.m. and you are probably still pretty energetic. But anyway, so I labeled myself as a night owl all my life, but then I just decided, hey, I'm going to be a morning person. And now I am a morning person. You know what? I'm confident. Well, it's a fact. I'm just a better person being a morning person. Because you know what? After 9 p.m., you're not very productive. after 9 p.m., you know, that's when all the shit happens. Like, not just me, but I think that's humanity. I think a lot of crimes happen after, relatively speaking, happens at night. You know, whether that's getting drunk and, you know, having a brawl, or, you know, domestic violence, or, you know, gangs doing whatever. Like, I think a lot more no good happens in the evening compared to the day. I think that's human nature. And so what I'm getting at is, after 9 p.m, we're not that productive. Well, I'm certainly not that productive. So, you know, rather than just letting the night drag on and being unproductive, just go to bed. Just go to bed. Just go to bed at 10, go to bed at 9. And in the morning, I'm way more productive in the morning. Like, so I have this craving at night as well. So that's a bad thing for me. I guess my discipline is weaker. So I get this craving to eat some snacky, some yogurt, whatever, just before bed, like an hour before bed. And my discipline is so low, right, late at night. So I eat. But that doesn't happen in the morning. Like, I'm disciplined. Like, I fast, I try to fast. But so in the morning, I'm disciplined enough to eat. So that's my story. Again, where I'm getting at, don't label yourself. Just because you've been a night out all your life, it doesn't mean you have to be for the rest of your life. And there's more to that than people waving hi. Wow, there's some local something going on. So yes, don't label yourself. You can be whatever you want to be. Trust me. I thought I was a night owl, but I proved myself. I can be whatever I want. See ya.